As promised, here is part 2 of the Open Hearts and Open Minds series. So just to refresh your memory, yesterday the Texas State Regent sent out a bulletin saying that she is open to talking to daughters who have an open heart and an open mind on this issue of allowing men in the DAR. And I said yesterday that I feel confident that that ship has sailed for she and I, and that's okay. I'm not going to ask her to speak to me, but in the spirit of what she's asking, I'm going to put these questions out here publicly. So if any Texas daughters want to engage with her, here are some good faith questions that I have asked and not received a response. But if you want to ask her, here we go. I'm just going to read these so that it's very clear. So at the 132nd Continental Congress, the former President General said the following when she was asked. Well, let me back up. So I'll read what the question was that the member asked, and then I'll read what the President General's response was. So the member said, "So I have generated 3 questions, and I would like the official response from the podium to answer these questions, please. Where did this amendment come from, and why do we need this particular wording? Particularly the last clause, which is undefined." And what she's talking about is that phrase, any characteristic protected by applicable law. So the DAR may not discriminate based on race, religion, sexual orientation, or any characteristic protected by applicable law. So that's what she's asking about, is that last word, that last phrase. The President General said, and I'm quoting her verbatim, "Let me answer that, if that's okay. I'll just answer straight on. Okay. The wording came from our counsel advising us that we need a public-facing statement of how we do not discriminate to protect our tax-exempt nonprofit status. And that also includes the tax-exempt status of many of your chapters if you are included under the DAR umbrella." Okay, so she responds and says that their legal counsel advised them that in order to maintain our nonprofit tax status, we needed to add this non-discrimination language. So there's that. So the point I'm trying to get at is that she says legal counsel gave them this advice. Okay, so to bolster this a little bit more, at district workshops across the state of Texas, the Texas State Regent said at Continental Congress in 2023, delegates approved an amendment to the NSDAR bylaws to align its anti-discrimination language with that commonly used by nonprofit organizations, businesses, and institutions across the United States. This decision followed multiple consultations with legal counsel and received the approval of the National Board of Management. Okay, so here's our question. Madam State Regent, who was the counsel advising the DAR that we need a public-facing statement of how we do not discriminate to protect our tax-exempt nonprofit status? What case law, statute, or municipal code did they cite? Okay, very simple. We want to know who the legal counsel was, the name of the attorney and or the firm, and what was the advice. What was the case law? What was the statute? What is the municipal code that they cited for this? Okay, that's question number 1. I'm going to give question number 2, and then we'll wrap this up for tonight and have more in the coming days.